Hello, everyone. Cinephile Mike is here, and happy Thanksgiving. And if I may say, I'm so thankful for all of you out there following me and joining this conversation. Thank you for watching me as I've been breaking down all of these films, almost over 300 now on YouTube. So big things. It's that three magical number, man. It's award season review season three, and today is day three. 97 reviews in 97 days, covering all of the awards that are going for awards contention in early 2025. For these reviews, again, as some of the information changes day to day, because some of the films I'll be talking about this season are still in theaters, I promise and guarantee that all of the information will be within 7 days of the recording and posting. I will be giving you the critical response, the box office information, insight to its awards run so far, my predictions on nominations and wins based on where we are in the season, and as always, and most importantly, these reviews will be spoiler free. Also, make sure you check out my website, cinephilemike.com, where you can find the ever important and beloved and informative Where Can I Watch the spreadsheet, the 2024 edition, where you can track the wins and nominations for all few hundred of the films. It's usually over 200. And most importantly, I tell you an update weekly where you can watch them. So, as we've been going this week, our first week is Top Box Office Flicks Week. While we don't have any major nods yet, there are films I believe will be in contention for the Golden Globe Awards in the Cinematic and Box Office Achievement category. This award recognizes those films that have achieved a total box office gross of at least $150 million, with at least 100 million or more coming from the domestic box office and at least over 50 million from the international box office. The first seven films I'm talking about are of the current 18 films that are bucking for a spot in this award. And whether or not they get other nominations and awards this year, you never know. Some of these could pop up at the Oscars, they could pop up at the SAG, the Golden Globes. We don't know. Maybe the Razzies. Today, currently sitting at the third place spot for the 2024 calendar year, is Illumination's Despicable Me 4. As of this recording and posting, the fourth film in the franchise made $361,004,205 domestically and $608,260,120 internationally for a worldwide total of just under the $1 billion mark. It sits at $969,264,325. While not the least successful of the franchise, it didn't cross that $1 billion mark, which 2017's third Despicable Me 3 did. Written by the team of Mike White and Ken Dario and directed by the other team of Chris Renaud and Patrick Delage, the film sits with the lowest critical score of the franchise. Based on 164 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, Despicable Me 4 sits with a 56% critical rating, but is much improved over the audience response to the third film, where that one was in the 50s. Despicable Me 4 currently has a popcorn meter score of 87%, made up of over 5,000 audience scores. Like yesterday's Deadpool and Wolverine, Despicable Me 4 was one of the 5 films to win the Golden Angel Award for Most Popular U.S. Film in China by the Chinese American Film Festival. So, since the third film, where do we now find Gru and his family? Well, Gru, voiced again by Steve Carell, and his wife Lucy, voiced again by Kristen Wiig, are living an honest life working for the AVL. They are raising Gru's 3 adopted girls, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, and now their newest addition, Gru and Lucy's newborn, Gru Jr. Attending his school reunion at Lycée Pabon, the school for fledgling villains, his former nemesis, Maxime Lamal, voiced by Will Ferrell, is awarded for his villainous accomplishments, which most recently involves him being able to turn himself into a human cockroach hybrid. Ooh. However, Gru is not there for a fun time, but to arrest Maxime for the AVL, which he does. However, this victory is short lived because, with the assistance of his girlfriend Valentina, voiced by, I'm gonna say it, a criminally underused Sofia Vergara, he escapes and vows revenge on Gru and plots to kidnap Gru Jr. and turn him into the next hybrid. As a result, Gru, Lucy, and the whole family will have to enter the witness protection program and relocate for their safety. However, Gru leaves a long shadow and is quickly approached by his neighbor's daughter, Poppy, voiced by Joey King, who knows his real identity and embroils him in a heist to prove her villainous mettle as she hopes to attend the same school that Gru and all the other famous villains have attended. Meanwhile, Lucy and the girls will have their own challenges with their new identities in the town and will try to keep themselves hidden from Maxime as well. Now, as this all involves being away from everyone, the minions, save the three that accompany Gru and family, are brought to the AVL, and of these, five of them are selected to become the Mega Minions, taking a Captain America type of serum that turns them from basic minions to variants of Superman, Cyclops from the X-Men, Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, and the Hulk in the AVL's attempt to catch Maxime before he finds Gru. A lot there. What makes the previous film entries work, where this one for me doesn't, is the simplicity of the plot. The basic good guy versus villain that ends in a happy ending with many laughs provided by the minions along the way is great. It worked in the first three, even if the whole introduction of a twin brother in the third one was a little forced. Here the film is just trying to do too much with too many subplots, and it takes the core cast away from our supporting little ones. And I mean, honestly, in my opinion, it's the minions that have really made this franchise what it is, and it stumbles with such a short runtime to wrap up all these various plot lines they do. I mean, the voice cast is still a delight to hear, and there's enough like physical humor to keep like little kids involved watching this. Maybe not enough jokes to fully engage the adults. I mean, there's a great example of one employee reading the book, I Hate My Boss Surviving a Toxic Workplace. That was kind of a clever throw in. But these three different plots of Rue and Lucy and minions getting crammed together, characters just don't get to shine. And the villains, Ferrell and Vergara, they're a delight, but we don't really see much of them. They kind of pop in and out. And they're supposed to be the driving antagonists in the film. We have the whole thing with Gru and Poppy on their heist, Lucy with an unhappy client. There's a whole beauty parlor subplot. It takes away from the central conflict. So this film tries to do too much. It's almost like it should have been three like mini movies, like they were put on DVD releases, or like three short films. But look, this is probably not the last of the franchise. It's still turning over the dollars, so we could get a fifth one at some point. You never know. As for award chances for this film, I think it's going to get recognized a lot at the Annie Awards, the animated awards, because again, the visuals, the animation are stunning, as the whole Despicable Me franchise has been, and Illumination films in general. It is a potential frontrunner for the Golden Globe Box Office Award. The top three films of 2023 were nominated for this, so I'm going to assume, safe bet, that those three box office takers will pop in there for the 8 nominations. I don't think it's going to enter the zeitgeist for pretty much anything else. It's a very tight competition this year for animated films. There's several indie and international animated films that are coming into the mix. So I don't think when they announce those nominations in January, we're going to hear Despicable Me 4 nominated for Best Animated Feature. I'm sorry. And as you can see, for me, Despicable Me 4 is only a 2-star film. It's underwhelming, some fun moments, but again, fans of the franchise, check it out. It's not the worst way to spend 90 minutes, but it might just be worth it to rewatch one of the earlier films or the Minion standalone ones. If you would like to catch Despicable Me 4, as of this recording and posting, it is currently streaming on Peacock. So there you have it. 3 down, 94 to go. As always, if you like what you heard here, do me a favor, click that subscribe button, like the video, add a comment, join the conversation. There's so much more to come. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. You can find great additional content on my website, cinephilemike.com. There's going to be social media polls about which films I should do in certain theme weeks. So you're just going to want to come along for the fun. It's going to be a great awards season. Happy holidays, everyone. And until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.